Okay, believing women. Women who profess to believe in the Bible. I'm going to go through some of Deuteronomy 4. And this is Moses teaching the people just how important the Ten Commandments are. Just how important what they've been shown and taught really is. So let's just read a bit. Start at verse 1. Now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and the judgments which I teach you, for to do them ye may live. You've always got to think the opposite. So if he says, God says if you do these, you're going to live. That means God says if you don't do these, you're not going to live. Right. And go in and possess the land. So if you don't do them, you don't possess the land, the new kingdom, which Jehovah God of your fathers giveth you. Ye shall not add unto the word which I command you. So don't add traditions of men. Don't add your own idea of what sin is. Don't add rituals. Neither shall ye diminish out from it, that ye may keep the commandments of Jehovah your God, which I command you. Because Moses told them. He brought tablets of stone down. Told them the Ten Commandments. Although they'd already verbally been told at Horeb. Your eyes have seen what Jehovah did because of Baal. For all the men that follow Baal, Jehovah your God hath destroyed them from among you. So many people were worshipping Baal, which is basically a title for the false god of that area. Whatever it was, wherever you were, Baal was the false god of that area. So who's the false god now? To 2.4 billion Christians. Jesus. But ye that did cleave to Jehovah your God are alive, every one of you, this day. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Jehovah my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land where you go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. So it's a testimony, isn't it? We're a testimony to the people seeing us obeying Jehovah God in the right way. And that's how we find other lost sheep. For what nation is there so great, who hath God so nigh unto them, as Jehovah our God is in all things that we call upon him for? And what nation is there so great, that hath statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day? So righteous his commandments are. What did I get to? 9. Only take heed to thyself, and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, and lest thou depart from thy heart all the things which thine eyes have seen, and lest depart, they depart from thy heart, all the things which are thine eyes have seen. I've just read that. Let's start that again. Verse 8. And what nation is there so great, that has statutes and judgments so righteous, as all this law which I set before you this day? Only take heed to thyself, and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, and lest they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life, but teach them to thy sons and thy sons' sons, especially the day that thou stoodest before Jehovah thy God in Horeb, where Moses split the rock and the living waters came out. And they verbally received the 10 Commandments. When Jehovah said unto me, gather me the people together, and I'll make them hear my words. So he heard their words. They heard his words at Horeb. That they may learn to fear me all the days that they shall live upon the earth, and that they may teach their children. And ye came near and stood under the mountain, talking to Moses. And the mountain burned with fire unto the midst of heaven, with darkness, clouds, and thick darkness. And Jehovah spake unto you out of the midst of the fire. Ye heard the voice of the words, but saw no similitude. In other words, they heard him, but they didn't see him. Only ye heard a voice. And he declared unto you his covenant. He declared unto you his covenant, which he commanded you to perform, even 10 commandments. So he's telling you at Horeb, Jehovah gave the 10 commandments. And he wrote them on 2 tables of stone. That was later. And Jehovah commanded me at that time to teach you the statutes and judgments, that ye might do them in the land where you go over to possess it. Take ye therefore good heed unto yourselves, for ye saw no manner of similitude on that day that Jehovah spake unto you in Horeb out of the midst of the fire, lest you corrupt yourselves, and make you a graven image. See, making yourself a graven image, a necklace, a cross necklace, is corrupting yourself. The similitude of any figure, the likeness of male or female, the likeness of any beast that is on the earth, the likeness of any winged fowl that fly in the air, the likeness of anything that creep on the ground, the likeness of any fish that is in the waters beneath the earth. So what's one of the signs of Christianity? The fish. That's an idol. He's telling you here not to make it. Unless thou lift up thine eyes to heaven, and when thou seest the sun and the moon and the stars, even all the hosts of heaven shouldest be driven to worship them and serve them, which Jehovah thy God hath divided unto all nations under the whole heaven. But Jehovah hath taken you and brought you forth out of the iron furnace, where all these idols are going to go, even out of Egypt, out of slavery, to be unto him a people of inheritance, as ye are this day. Furthermore, Jehovah was angry with me for your sakes, and sware that I should not go over to Jordan, that I should not go in unto that good land, which Jehovah thy God giveth thee for an inheritance. So Jehovah's already told Moses he's not going to go into the promised land, but the people are. But I must die in this land. I must not go over Jordan, but ye shall go over and possess that land. Take heed unto yourselves. He's basically going, for fuck's sake, listen. Lest ye forget the covenant of Jehovah your God, which he made with you, and make you a graven image. We're still seeing this today. Crosses everywhere. Jesus statues, pictures everywhere. Fish symbols everywhere. Or the likeness of anything which the Lord thy God hath forbidden. For Jehovah thy God is a consuming fire and a jealous God. When thou shalt beget children and children's children, and ye shall have remained long in the land, and shall corrupt yourselves. He already knows what they're going to do, look. And make a graven image. They haven't even done it yet. Or the likeness of anything, and shall do evil in the sight of Jehovah thy God, to provoke him to anger. I call heaven and earth to witness against you this day, that ye shall soon utterly perish from off the land whereunto you go over to Jordan to possess it. You shall not prolong your days upon it, but shall utterly be destroyed. So these idols are so important we don't make them. We pray to Jehovah God only. We don't have a cross necklace and, hold it and pray to it. No. What did I get to? And Jehovah shall scatter you among the nations. The nations are the people worshipping the pagan gods. The nations, not God's people. And ye shall be left few in number among the heathen, whither Jehovah shall lead you. And there ye shall serve gods, little g gods, the work of men's hands, wood and stone, which neither see nor hear nor eat nor smell. That's what you'll serve. If you want to make a cross out of wood, metal, you're making graven images, that's where you'll end up serving. Not with God's people, with the heathens, being forced to do exactly what you did. Recompense. But if from thence thou shalt seek Jehovah thy God, thou shalt find him. So if you repent, you'll find Jehovah again, you'll be in his favour again. If thou seek him with all thy heart and with all thy soul, when thou art in tribulation, even if you're in tribulation, and all these things are come upon thee, even in the latter days, if thou turn to Jehovah thy God, and shall be obedient unto his voice. For Jehovah thy God is a merciful God, he will not forsake ye, neither destroy thee, nor forget the covenant of thy fathers which he swore unto them, the 10 Commandments. He won't forget the covenant if you do your bit. The covenant is between 2 or more people. It's a promise, it's a contract. For ask now of the days that are past, which were before thee, since the day that Jehovah created man upon the earth, and ask from the one side of heaven to the other, whether there has been any such thing as this great thing is, or hath been heard like it. Did ever people have the voice of Jehovah God speaking out of the midst of a fire, as thou hast heard, and live? Or hath Jehovah essayed to go and take him a nation from the midst of another land? Nation. By temptations, by signs, and by wonders, and by war, and by a mighty hand, and by a stretched out arm, and by great terrors, according to all that Jehovah your God did for you in Egypt, before your eyes. Has he done that to anyone else? Has he gone to another chosen people? Has he got chosen people everywhere? I mean, yes, his chosen people are all over the world, but he has a chosen people, a people for his name. What I get to. Unto thee it was shown, that thou mightest know that Jehovah, he is God. So he showed you to show he's God. There is none else beside him. Out of heaven he made thee to hear his voice, that he might instruct thee, and upon earth he showed thee his great fire, and thou heardest his words out of the midst of the fire. And because he loved thy fathers, therefore he chose their seed after them. He made the promise to Abraham, didn't he? That his seed would be the promised seed, their fathers. And brought thee out in his sight with his mighty power out of Egypt, to drive out nations from before thee, greater and mightier than thou art, to bring thee in, to give thee their land for an inheritance, as it is this day. Know therefore this day, and consider it in thine heart, that Jehovah, he is God in heaven above, and upon the earth beneath. There is none else. Thou shalt keep therefore his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee this day, that it might go well with thee. So what do you think is going to happen if you don't do it? Remember we did the opposite thing at the beginning? Thou shalt keep therefore his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee this day, that it may go well with thee. Therefore, let's read it. Opposite. If you don't do his statutes and his commandments, it will not go well with you. And with thy children after thee, and thou mayst prolong thy days upon the earth, which Jehovah thy God giveth thee forever. So just think about just how important the 10 Commandments are for you, for your obedience, and for your children.